All right, so as we get ready to wrap things up, and once again, wow, absolute amazing stuff from AJ. We're coming off probably one of the greatest NFL playoff weekends ever.
What's up?
Hey, Jackie. Jackie's joining us now. We're coming off maybe the greatest NFL playoff weekend ever.
Yes.
Jackie, did you catch any of the NFL playoffs?
I watched all of them, and my favorite one was my favorite one was probably the Kansas City game. Like, I was really rooting for the Bills, and what? Will is shaking his head.
Oh, yeah, just because it was very disappointing.
Oh,
was
yeah.
really
Oh,
Yeah.
good. I was like, is there a Chiefs fan in here?
No. Like, definitely the opposite of a Chiefs fan.
I don't know how.
I was going to say, I thought you were a Broncos fan.
I don't know how they managed to score with 13 seconds left. Like, that just blows my mind.
It's amazing that 13 seconds was too long for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, literally.
And then you have to have the conversation about NFL overtime rules, which we could probably do a whole 3 episodes about. It sucks that draw. Yeah, exactly.
Another chance to score. Like, I looked at a stat today: 91% chance of winning if you get the coin toss in overtime. Isn't that insane?
Now, I agree that some of the rules maybe are a little bit interesting. However, the Bills' defense, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
13 seconds.
Bill's defense is little Swiss cheese out there.
Let them throw the ball 40 yards and can't do anything, like twice.
So at some point, you got to just say, well, did they deserve to lose? Now, I don't think Josh Allen deserved to, but...
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We'll talk about the other games for a second. Seeing Tom Brady goes out sucks because now the retirement talks come. I don't care if you like him or hate him. He's a really good football player, and you'd hate to see one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time, step away. It sucks. And the AFC will flip back around. I love Joe Burrow. Man. I love Joe Burrow.
I agree.
Tyler?
I mean, I'm a Steelers fan, so I can never really love Joe Burrow, but it is crazy to see what they're doing. And I mean, I would think the Titans would have come out a little better, but I don't know. They also lost to the Steelers. So anyone who loses to the Steelers is kind of bad. But
I'll tell you what, the Bengals team store ran out of jerseys of their kicker. Evan McPherson, I think. Is that his name?
Yeah.
They ran out of his jerseys because too many people wanted to go buy them after he hit that field goal. They ran out of his jerseys. They just don't exist in the city of Cincinnati anymore, which is wild. I thought about getting a Brandon McManus jersey for a while.
I have a story about this. So my cousin is a kicker, right? So my aunt went to go try to get him a Brandon McManus jersey for Christmas.
Okay.
She walked into the store at Dove Valley, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like we don't have any. You have to get them pre-ordered, kind of thing." And he was like, "You know who's just in here looking for one was Brandon McManus."
What?
And he couldn't get.
You guys don't have my jersey.
He couldn't get his own jersey because they don't have them just in the store. You have to
That's
order
tough.
them ahead of time.
Like, I can't physically imagine that. Like,
Hey, can I get one of my jerseys?
Yeah, can I get my own NFL jersey? And they're like, sorry, like, man, we don't got it. Like,
That's hilarious.
there's got to be someone that can just provide him $1,800 if he wants.
Yeah, he should be able to get whatever he wants. Back to the NFC. Packers go out, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Not a big Aaron Rodgers fan.
I'm picking. I want the 49ers to win the NFC. Just Shanahan, Creek. There's a whole connection there, which is going to come up in a future episode before the Super Bowl or around the Super Bowl. But now the talks come out. Is Aaron Rodgers coming to Denver? And last offseason, I was like, no way he's coming. But now it's like, okay, their offensive coordinator is widely considered to be the number one guy for the Broncos head coaching job. I don't remember the Mexican restaurant, but he interviewed with the Broncos staff for 8 or 9 hours in a Mexican restaurant in Denver yesterday. Didn't go to a steakhouse or anything like that, an office, a building, whatever. They're at a Mexican restaurant for 8 or 9 hours. I want to know how much. I want to know how much the check was. Yeah. Here's the thing. So you get the offensive coordinator, who, from my understanding, has good ties to Aaron Rodgers. I don't think the head coach of the Packers and Aaron Rodgers are doing so hot, but you have that. And then, what's their top wide receiver's name?
Davante Adams.
Dante Adams.
There you guys go.
Thank you. Dante Adams. Davante Adams. Thank you. Very close to Aaron Rodgers. Thinks the Packers were mistreating him. Would love to team up with him wherever he goes next. At this point in time, the odds of Aaron Rodgers coming to Denver is the best they've ever been. But also, does Denver just become a place where quarterbacks come to finish their career? That's the only problem, because Peyton Manning came, could have won 2 Super Bowls, got that game against Seattle.
Amazing.
Brutal. But then also the year they lost to the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, in the playoffs. I think that was the divisional round.
That's the year I stopped being a Broncos fan.
Yeah, I mean, they should have probably won that year. You wish they would have at least had a better performance against the Seahawks, but then they win Super Bowl 50. Peyton Manning goes to retire. Aaron Rodgers is on the back half of his career. Not even close to the back half. He's in the final couple years of his career. Is Denver just going to become the place where quarterbacks come to finish their careers?
So my friend and I were actually having a conversation about this earlier today. And basically, we were trying to decide either we're going to take the same approach we took with Peyton Manning and get maybe 4 years out of him, a couple Super Bowl runs.
No one can complain about.
Exactly.
He's going to sell a ton of jerseys, a ton of tickets, and you're going to go to the playoffs all those years.
Exactly. But we're thinking 10-year scope, okay? So 2011, Peyton Manning comes. Then you get to the playoffs those 4 years. In the last 7 years, we have not gotten to the playoffs. So do you take that chance again for the next 10 years? You maybe get a couple playoff runs and then maybe another little drought.
I mean, I would. I mean, the end goal is always to put yourself in the best position to win the Super Bowl. So, I don't know. I feel like they could do it better, too. And, there's a lot of decisions that I think that they've probably learned from, where if they have Aaron Rodgers, they'll try to pay whatever backup they come to replace him or whatever.
The only thing is, one, they probably should have taken Josh Allen out of the draft instead of Brock Osweiler.
Yes.
They got Bradley Chubb out of that, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, they should have had Josh Allen after the game this weekend.
Yeah.
Also, why John Elway didn't even want to go to his pro day. He says Wyoming was too far. It's like a 3-hour drive to Wyoming,
It's
dude.
not that far.
It's really not.
He could have flown for 40 minutes. So whatever,
Yeah.
Josh Allen. But the thing is, do you take the time of success where it's as soon as this guy retires, being a fan of this team is going to suck for X amount of years, but inevitably some other MVP or future Hall of Famer is going to come along. So I guess for the Broncos, it's as long as you maintain a good defense, that's what they had when Peyton Manning came. That's what they have now. When you have a good defense and you get a nice offense to complement it, you're chilling. But do you take the pain as a fan where it's oh yeah, we're going to win the Super Bowl and get a franchise quarterback every so often, but when we don't, it sucks. And we all hate watching football.
I think you lose your fan base a little bit.
Exactly.
Every
Because
time someone retires or leaves, it just kind of dies a little bit.
And I'll say this, and you guys all know this, huge hockey fan. Denver right now is a hockey and basketball town. Rockies suck. They've sucked forever. But the Broncos have lost control of Denver. This entire city runs out of Ball Arena. Now, sorry, Kel, I interrupted you.
Oh, I was just going to say, I went to a game for the first time in a couple of years, because I've talked about that before. I wasn't allowed to go. But anyways, I went to a game and I was it's empty. The stadium was empty.
The Broncos stadium?
Yeah. And I mean, it's not empty. There's thousands of people there, but it feels empty. It felt like there was no one there. People left after the third quarter. And I had been to games during the Peyton Manning era where it was this stadium, there's 19 no-shows, where it's that's crazy.
People are staying hours after the games in their seats.
And so I feel as a business, they have to be losing so much money just off of tickets alone.
Yeah.
Because
No one
they're...
wants to go to watch the Broncos just get destroyed. It's not fun.
So yeah, no, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This town is now run by the teams that play in Ball Arena.
Yeah.
And guess what? The Colorado Avalanche are the best team in the National Hockey League. And that is it for this week's Bruins Take. All about the Denver Broncos and more will be coming up. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers becomes a Bronco. Life rolls on at Cherry Creek, and for the full Bruins Take crew, we're saying so long. We'll see you next week.
Peace.